Hello everybody, and welcome to the Daily Splatt. Yes, I'm still alive and still here. So, you might be wondering where I've been. Well, nowhere. It's not like a surprise trip to the UK or anything. No, I've simply been working, back at work, full time, and quite simply, it's been a very busy fortnight or so. And it's been an exhausting fortnight, so I've been a little bit preoccupied with trying to do things in my life, not just full-time work, of course. I've been going to the gym regularly in the morning before work, and with some effect showing, thankfully, and also learning to drive. Just got back from a lesson, actually. It went kind of well. Anyway, that's all that's sort of been happening with me, just being immensely busy, although I have been watching the new Sherlock in between gaps of being immensely busy, so that's been nice. Anyway, I thought it about time that I get back and actually do one of these, so if you will permit me, I can get this to stand still. I am now going to produce, oh, I say produce, I'm just going to do a little talk, try and block out that light, with a bit of card. This is live, technical editing. There we sort of go. Anyway, so, today I have something to talk about, something that I feel needs to be raised as a subject. Oh, it's very hot, hence the fly and down to a t-shirt. Now, it's about disabilities. Now, obviously, society, by and large, and when I say society I of course mean Western society, by and large, has done much better about helping people who have disabilities, whether they be physical or mental or a combination of physical and mental disabilities, at least in terms of helping them out. But in a sense, I mean, for starters, there's a lot more disability ramps around the place so that people can get to places. Of course, you've got a lot of people working in caring and things of that nature. However, that doesn't mean that everything is hunky-dory. A friend of mine, who shall remain nameless, in fact, no, I'll give her a moniker of some kind. She will be KK. She has disabilities, and she recently took to the internet to voice some of her concerns about living as a disabled person. And if you don't mind, KK, I'm just going to read them out. So, here we go. Laptop. That's what I needed to do. Okay, so here we go. Quote: I am so utterly tired of being a second-class citizen because of my disabilities. I am sick of being punished for wanting to work. I am sick of being punished for having a boyfriend. I am sick of being punished for... I'm sick of him being punished for being with me. I'm sick of being punished for not looking sick enough. That was in the quotation marks, not looking sick enough. I am sick of being told that I don't meet criteria. Now I will censor F this country, being Australia, and its discriminatory disability support systems. In the most prosperous country on the planet, we're forced to live below the poverty line and sponge off others. The system discourages us from entering employment, and for those of us who make it, from keeping our jobs. It discourages us from having romantic relationships, telling us that being partnered, again quotation marks, makes us less worthy of support. I have no right to independent income if I'm living with my boyfriend, and he's expected to fork over his damn hard-earned money to support me. But my parents aren't. If I'm living with my parents, who have stable incomes and own their own home and 2 cars, I'm considered independent. But if I'm living with my boyfriend, his income counts as my income, and we're punished for living together. I am tired of this poo. If it wasn't for all the stuff happening over there, I'd move to the UK. At least there, I'm a person, not just a burden to the system. End quote. So, my friend KK, clearly not very happy there, and with good reason. There is something of a misunderstanding of how people's lives are with the government, and the reason for that is, people in government, they're quite often disassociated from how people live. Now, we often see that with the way that the poor are treated and things like that. Now, here in Australia, the government isn't actually that bad at doing that sort of thing. It's certainly not got some of the pomposity like the UK and things of that nature, where that whole place is going in the bin as it stands. But that did alarm me somewhat, that that because you've got a young lady who wants to be independent, despite the fact that she has these disabilities, she actually wants to go and work, right? The fact they're making it hard for her to actually work, to try and be independent, so she isn't as dependent on the system, which costs them money, it's counterproductive. I am befuddled and bemused. Mostly befuddled. It's just not on. The fact she's living with her boyfriend, who has obviously, he's obviously earning money, but he shouldn't be expected to pay for all of her things. She should still be receiving the same benefits that she would be from when she's with her parents. In fact, if she was living with a boyfriend, or even living by herself, or with a friend, shouldn't she surely be receiving more benefits than if she was just living with her parents? That was my laptop beeping. So, in short, just let me see who this is. Could be related. It's not. Anyway, that is just what I wanted to say. And of course, that KK, you're absolutely right. And I just thought that it'd be best if I could help out raising awareness of the issue. The fact of the matter is, as much as people try and go, oh, I know somebody in a wheelchair, all that sort of thing, and that people know people with disabilities, the fact is we're still not that well educated on the matter. I didn't meet anybody who had a sort of physical disability. I didn't have to interact with anyone who had a physical disability until I was 18 years old, and it was during my first year at university, and it was a different lady who didn't have any hands. I'd never asked what had happened and didn't feel the need to. Basically, she just didn't have hands. And, that was my first interaction with them. And the fact was that I was, almost 20 before that happened, And, I mean, I hadn't been educated in how to act, and the fact that I was thinking to myself, I haven't been educated how to act, almost made me feel bad, because she's just another person. That's how I went and treated it, and that's how I think you should. They are just other people, In a way, I think it's better to don't think of people as disabled and not disabled. Think of them as the disabled and the yet-to-be disabled, because ultimately, if you're an 80-year-old man or woman on a Zimmer frame, you have impediments to how you're able to move. Or even if you're somebody who's 70 or 80s and has Alzheimer's, you have something that is debilitating yourself. So I prefer to think of it as you have the disabled and the not yet disabled. My own thoughts. Could be completely wrong, and I'm sure if I am, you'll tell me. Anyway, that is all. Might do another one soon, might not, who knows. Until then, ta-ra folks, have a lovely day.